Welcome to Super Elite Entertainment. This show is brought to you by Aces Bail Bond, Yasmin Khan, Quick Response 24/7, Easy Payment 203-257-6228. Ramirez Spanish Restaurant specializing in seafood y churrasco. Spark City Smoke and Vape Shop located at 815 Lafayette Boulevard in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Evolution Sports Bar and Cafe located at 1279 North Avenue in Bridgeport. Bridgeport Auto Glass, 1227 Barnum Avenue in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Visit www.bridgeportautoglassshop.com. And finally, Moran Insurance Agencies, protecting your future. Call 203-864-6232 or visit www.moraninsuranceagencies.com. I don't know about you, Aidee, but I'm ready to turn up.
7, 6,
Exciting.
5,
I'm ready. I'm gonna come in with a dance though. Welcome to Super Elite Entertainment, guys. I'm your host, Jason Rodriguez. We're broadcasting from the amazing Bridgeport, Connecticut, the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut, from the Super Elite Entertainment Studio. Hold on. I feel like dancing, man. It's a little hot in here, but I can still. What am I? Evolution,
maybe.
What's up, you guys? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Jason Rodriguez. We're broadcasting from the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut. No, we're not in my basement, nor in my garage. We are at a real studio in downtown Bridgeport, across the street from the Bijou Theater and also Murphy's Law, if you know Murphy's Law. I'm excited tonight, guys, because I have Aidee Nieves, who's the president of the City Council of the city of Bridgeport. She's going to be joining me tonight on the hot seat. We're going to chop it up. We got a lot of things to talk about. She's pumped up, and I know that she's ready to go. But what I want to do is I want to give a big shout out to all of you that are listening to us right now on our podcast, whether it's Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Radio Republic, Google Podcasts. I want to welcome each and every one of you into the show tonight. Also, a big shout out to all of you essential workers who have been out there working so extremely hard in the midst of this crazy pandemic. Welcome you guys as well as into the show tonight. Pharmacists and doctors and law enforcement personnel, Uber drivers, truck drivers, bankers, all of you essential workers. I just want to give you a big shout out and say thank you for your dedication in the midst of this pandemic. Boom. All right, I got that all out the way. Please share this live broadcast into your timeline, upload the link, send it to someone, guys. If you don't know, if this is your first time watching the show, this is the show that I do each and every Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. I come live from our studio right here in the city of Bridgeport. My goal here is to present to you influential people who are throughout the state of Connecticut, specifically also from the city of Bridgeport, people who are influential, who are making a difference in our community, impactors, people who are shaking things up and creating social change in our environment. That's the type of people I like to showcase on our platform. So if you know someone that should be featured on our show, visit our website at www.supereliteentertainment.com. I guarantee you, if you send me that person's information who you know should be on our show, I will contact them and I will bring them here and feature them on one of our episodes. I already lost my breath, and we have a long way to go, all right? So I'm going to take a quick commercial break. How's that? Yeah? What do you think, Aidee?
I think that's a plan. Sounds like a plan.
All right, guys. So, again, if you haven't shared this broadcast into your timeline, please do so at this time. Upload the link. Send it to someone in your messenger friend list. Text the link to somebody so that other people can join in and be a part of the conversation. When I come back, I have the president of the City Council from right here in Bridgeport, Connecticut, Aidee Nieves, joining me on the hot seat. No se muevan. Y lo fuimos. We'll be right back, guys.
Are you in good hands? In the Moran Insurance Agency, we are here to protect your future.
Come on, guys, join me. Let me show you around. It's all about protecting what's important to you. The Moran Agencies are here to protect your future. We are here to build a wall of protection around you and your family.
From your auto and life and retirement, the Moran Insurance Agency has you back. To protect your family from mayhem, please visit us at moraninsuranceagencies.com.
Or give us a call at 203-864-6232.
All right, Aidee, so we're coming back from a commercial break. I want to welcome all of you guys back to Super Elite Entertainment. Again, I'm the host of the show. My name is Jason Rodriguez, and I'm super excited tonight because I get to do what I do right here in our small little studio in downtown Bridgeport. Listen, guys, if you've never been to the city of Bridgeport, there's a lot of great things that are taking place here in the city. We have the Webster Arena. We have the brand new amphitheater that's being finalized. I mean, the first show is going to be coming out really soon. We have, the Discovery Museum. We have zip lining. We have amazing parks and beaches here in the city of Bridgeport, like Seaside Park. We got Beardsley Park. Big parks, small parks, you name it. We have a lot going on here in the city. So I encourage you, visit the City of Bridgeport website so that you can be updated on all the events that are going to be taking place. You can be updated on all the parks and on all the things that are, here to do in the city, especially Beardsley Zoo. I don't know if you've ever been to Beardsley Zoo. I've been there countless times. It's an amazing experience, a great time. Get out there and be a part of what we have going on. But guys, I'm excited because again, as I indicated, I have no other than the president of the City Council of Bridgeport, Connecticut, Miss Aidee Nieves. That's her right there on the left side of the picture. She's with Anita Martinez and my good friend. I can't even remember his name.
Ernie Newton.
Ernie Newton. Oh my Lord. Mr. Ernie Newton. And you know Ernie could dress to the T. That's the man right there.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. But without further ado, guys, I want to present to you Miss Aidee Nieves. Y lo fuimos.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here this evening with you all, and thank you for tuning in. I'm really excited to have been invited here to talk with Jason on the hot seat, anticipating all the great questions he's going to have for me because I'm not prepped, but I'm ready to go. So let's rock it out, Jason.
No, and that's awesome. And I like how you said that. I'm not prepped. So what that tells you guys is we are, this is not rehearsed. We didn't talk about the questions or anything.
No, we didn't.
The purpose of the show is for us to just have an open conversation.
Yep.
And if you have a question for Aidee, if you have a concern, because she is the president of the City Council right here in Bridgeport, and they meet, I believe, on a weekly basis. They discuss issues that take place in the city, good things and bad things. You have a concern? Tonight is the night to ask a question. I will acknowledge it. I will read your question right there on the timeline. But Aidee, I want to welcome you to the show tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Jason.
And
took us a little while to get here, but we're here today.
Absolutely. Yep. We're here. We're making it happen, and I'm excited to have you here. And you know why I'm excited to have you here? Like I was telling you before the show started, so hard to find female women to come on the show.
Yeah.
You know?
I understand. We can be a little camera shy, but I encourage all the women who are interested in having their voice heard, please call Jason, email him, or inbox him and get yourself on this show. It's important for us to show our voices, ladies, and very important.
Absolutely. So, like I ask every guest that come on the show, Aidee, first question for you. What do you think about the studio?
I think it's amazing. I am going to admit I was one of those people who thought you were in the basement of your house, but I'm glad to know that you are occupying downtown space, which means downtown is up and coming. So I thank you for being a proprietor in our downtown community. I think this is really fascinating to be here. As I sit with you here, I'm thinking of a lot of ideas for what this can become here in the city of Bridgeport and how maybe this is a launching pad for something greater, especially by someone homegrown from our east side.
Hey, East Main Street. All right, let me stop. You know what? Also, every time I open the show, I do something with all the guests, and I didn't do it with you. So we can't proceed with the show until we do this.
Uh-oh.
You ready?
What is that?
Okay, here we go. You got to dance with me. Let's go. Aidee Nieves, Bridgeport, President, City Council. Let's go. I seen you at...
all the time.
Hey, she got some moves. All right,
you got me. We got
that out the way.
You got me to do it. Okay.
All right, we got that out the way. The show would not be right had we not done that, Aidee.
Okay. I will honor the tradition. I'm all about tradition. I'm very much a traditionalist.
Absolutely. So, let's just jump right into the questions that I have for you. All right, let me get the questions out. Here we go. First question for you.
Sure.
I know that you were born and raised here in the city of Bridgeport. Mm-hmm. Homegrown.
Yes.
And the east side?
Yes.
right? From the east side.
Right from the east side.
So first question for you, what schools did you attend in the city?
Actually, I attended Waltersville School, Beardsley School,
What?
East Side Middle, and Bullard Havens.
Wow. I went to Watersville. I went to East Side Middle. And I didn't go to Bull Havens. But awesome. All right, so we have something in common.
Yes.
And, the reason why I wanted to bring you on the show is because, like I told you earlier, I love the fact that you're Latina. Let me make sure this mic is on me. They can hear me clearly. I love the fact that you're Latina. I love the fact that you are what I call a woman of empowerment. A woman who's out there making a difference in the community, a woman of influence, a respectable person in the community who everyone knows and looks up to. So when I look at you and I look at all the things that you're doing in the community, and you're one of those that's legit doing it. There's people who are saying they're doing it and ain't están haciendo nada.
I understand.
You know what I mean? But you're out there, you're in the hustle and bustle, you're in the grind. And you went from being a member on the city council to being the president.
Yes, I did.
Great accomplishment.
Yes.
What motivated you, first of all, to get involved in politics?
Well, I was involved in community organizing for a very long time. From about the age of 19, I got involved in my neighborhood block watch with my current council partner, Maria Valle. She kind of dragged me along to a meeting and she said, come on, I want you to be a part of this. And I liked it and I liked the conversations. And then I got involved with the community policing department. And I did a lot of programs with youth under community services. And I just stayed involved and I helped other candidates in their, on and off sporadically on campaigns, doing phone banking, a little bit of canvassing. And then about maybe 10 years ago, I said, I think it's my time now. And I felt confident enough and my son was of age that I felt, I could probably run. I did ask for permission from my child to endeavor down this road. So he was fully supportive and my family was fully supportive, and I was always involved, like at meetings or something, different things like the East Side NRG. Before it was the NRG, it was our East Side Community Council. I was doing this even while I was pregnant with my son, so it just speaks to my commitment to the neighborhood.
He was birthed into it.
Yes, he was.
He's up and coming.
But we differ in our sides of politics, but and how we view the world. But he was birthed into it, right into it. But and then I just did it, and then I will admit that the two times that I ran, the first two times I did lose. The first time it was like a bloodbath. My first time out the gate. The second time, it was even closer. And then the third time, it was a coalition of building together with the slate that I was on and the individuals in my district, like my district leader, Lydia Martinez. So she was transitioning to city clerk. So I transitioned to that position. And then we were running. And I was successful. And as a freshman council person, I kept my head down, tried to learn as much as I could, but I was always interested in politics, so I knew a lot of the things from the outside, but it was a learning experience. I want to say the learning experience was realizing that all of the things I said I wanted to do, I had to build a coalition in order to achieve it. Wow. So that was the school of hard knocks to learn that, what you want to do and what you say you want to do has to come with building coalition with your peers on the council and building relationships first.
Absolutely. And one of the things I admire about you, and you'll hear me saying all kind of encouraging and giving you admonishments throughout the duration of the show. That's just what I like to do. But I've attended many press conferences in the city of Bridgeport that you were part of, especially when it's a heavy duty press conference. Sometimes, it's a simple little one, but then there's some that are heavy duty. Law enforcement involved, chaos is in the city. Yeah. Pressure. But you always manage to get up there on the podium with all those news cameras in front of you, and you speak so effectively and eloquently, and to me is a great impression of your level of expertise and knowledge. So my thing is, how do you manage to do such a thing? Being able to speak effectively and being able to know your data and being able to know all the stats that you have, because you like to throw numbers out there too, and you're always concrete and always on point with that. How do you do it? I'm just wondering how.
Well, I do cheat a little. My cheat sheet is that if I know we're going to have a press conference, I look at my data. But I tend to read a lot. I'm going to tell you why I say that. Because one of my high school friends saw me recently, and her joke was, I remember in high school, you were such a nerd. You were always reading. But that's something that I like to do. So because I read, I tend to retain information. And I kind of write notes for myself before I'm going to speak, or I'll just listen to the crowd, listen to what's going on, and kind of feel the crowd. But mostly I speak from the heart, and I speak from what I believe in and what I really want to do. As far as being a councilwoman, as far as being the council president representing the city, I think that's the most important part, is having the genuine voice. And I'm coming from a genuine place. And I know that sometimes it may sound like, I'm flipping sides, or I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm speaking from what I want to see in my neighborhood, what I want to see for my city, the city that I've lived in all my life. So I'm not just talking because I lived somewhere else, because I actually lived in the East Side all my life, and I want my community to look better. I want the whole city to be better, and I want us to prosper. I want to see a better future for our community. And when I speak on the mic, I speak from what I believe is the right thing. And if I believe in it, and it's something that is going to push the city forward, and sometimes it's hard. They're hard conversations to have up there, and sometimes I have to swallow, the bad decisions that we have made, or situationally, but it's all in good stride, and it's always a learning experience, and it's being able to talk about it, listen, and then come up with a solution, not just talking about it.
What areas of Bridgeport you grew up in?
I've never lived outside the East Side.
Really?
From the day I was born. I went from St. Vincent's to the 06608, and I've never left.
06608, and that's where I'm from. That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome. So, as a president of the city council, I know when you were just a member of the council, there's a certain area of the city that you're responsible for, right?
Yes.
So, as a president, do you still have responsibility for a certain area, or you're like responsible for the whole city?
So it's a combination. So I am still responsible for my district, which is the 137th, which encompasses from the water where Steel Point is all the way up to Boston Avenue, to parts of CVU Avenue to Boston Avenue, and then down all the way surrounding the water of Knowlton Street all the way to about Huntington Road till you reach Boston Avenue again. So that's my primary district that I have been elected to represent as a council member. Now the body has elected me to be the council president for the city, for the whole entire body. So as the city council president, I kind of have a little oversight over all of the districts. And when I say oversight, I don't mean like I work in all the districts. I just support all of them. So if someone from a neighborhood comes to speak to me that lives here in downtown, like today when I was in downtown, I'll take their information, support them a little bit, and then refer them off to the council member and I'll work with those council members that, have that issue and support them. So it's more like a supportive role as a council president, and then as an administrative role as like a department head. So I'm the department head for the city council.
Nice.
So that's basically
what you're telling me is you have great responsibilities. You wear a lot of hats.
Yes.
And, I respect you for what you do, because it sounds like you're juggling a lot. And City of Bridgeport could be tough at times.
Yeah, it
very
can be.
challenging.
It has its moments.
Let's be realistic. And, we have a lot going on, and a lot of people tend to want to focus on the negative. And me as an individual, I like to focus on the positive things that are taking place in the city.
Yeah.
All the things that are up and coming, the positive things, the positive people in the city who grind every day and work and pay their taxes and do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So when we look at overall the city of Bridgeport, do you think that we're moving in the right direction? Do you think that we are getting better, stronger, more prosperous as a city?
I think we are headed in the right direction. I think the conversations that we're having both on the council, on education, on business development ideas, is moving our city to a direction that it needs to be. I mean, it's an all-inclusive conversation. It's just not the council. We have to make sure that our federal representatives are on board what we're trying to do. We have to make sure that our state delegation is lobbying for what it is that we need in our communities. And at the same time, it's about listening to what the people want, right? I have children that are in their 20s, and how do I get them to keep living here? What is it that we need to bring in to ensure that young people stay and help our community thrive? That has been one of my focal points. People want to raise their children here. I mean, I've raised my children here, and I've never thought about living outside of Bridgeport. I've never thought about living outside of the East Side. And that's because I have hope that it's going to change. And I've been through the rough times, and we will come out of, what we're going through right now, especially coming out of COVID. And I know we do have, gang violence that is happening in our communities, but that's all about having conversations. It's about reclaiming our neighborhoods. It's about going back and rebuilding our communities. And that has to come from the ground up. And I think right now we have that opportunity as a city. We have a strong delegation who's willing to fight for the changes that we need in our community. We have people on the council. We have community people who are very vocal. I have to say we have quite a few that are very vocal. We just have to listen. Have to be willing to listen and to meet in the middle of the road. There has to be compromise. It can't be just one way. And I think that's how we're going to get to move our community forward. I believe and I dream about, seeing what I've seen across the country in urban centers like Bridgeport, communities that look like ours, what they've done. And we have some of that. We have the farmers markets happening. We have community gardening. We have like the downtown shows. We have microbreweries popping up. So we're slow at it, but it's happening. And I think we just need to focus on the positive, on what's more to come. We have Steel Point, but that's not the end all be all. We have, corridors in our city that are just thriving, that are small business communities. You go to Madison Avenue, that's Brazilian, Portuguese. It's a very vibrant community. You go up East Main Street, very vibrant community. We still have other neighborhoods that we have to fix. Like we have to go in the East End and redevelop that to make that another vibrant community that it used to be. So what I envision, and I've told this to the mayor, is that we can use this time to rebuild our city and to draw people to come down our main roads and come into downtown to the amphitheater and want to go to restaurants outside of the downtown area. So this is the catalyst that we've needed to like redevelopment and reimage ourselves.
And as I'm listening to you speak, I love the whole concept that the city of Bridgeport came up with in regards to the BPT 200.
Yes.
I love how businesses in the city are being highlighted. They're being listed on the BPT.com, BPT200.com website. And, a lot of people are talking about it. A lot of business owners are excited about it. And they're registering to have their business showcased on that platform. So when it comes to BPT 200 and the celebration, was it 100 years?
200.
200 years. What does that mean to you?
Well, the kickoff celebration on Knowlton Street, we're both part of the committee, right? So my idea was that we were going to have that catered, and I was like, why don't we just use all the small restaurants from different sides of town? Because that's what we have to build on. We have to build on our small restaurants and not our big chain restaurants. And we don't have big chains in Bridgeport, so we depend on small business restaurants. We have Avocella, we have Ralph and Richie's, but we have Ramirez, and we have Rosalie's, and then we have, Brasa, which is up on Madison Avenue. That's my spot too,
Pablo, we give a shout out to the owner, Pablo.
And then, you go to Black Rock, and I like eating at Fire Engine Pizza, or I eat at different restaurants. I go to Taco Loco, for Cinco de Mayo, because they have events there. But it's about building the network of our businesses that are thriving and ensuring that they continue to thrive.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what Bridgeport 200 is focusing on what we have and the jewels that we have. That sometimes we have, like, unsung heroes, like on State Street. I love to go to the Jamaican restaurant on State Street. Get
a nice Jamaican beef patty.
Yep. I like their Rasta pasta.
Hey.
So that's what I go down there for, So, and then I'll go to the Colombian Bakery or Chavez on State Street as well. So, and then if I'm feeling like I want to eat some Thai food, I go into the West End to Faux Saigon to have some pho. But that's what we're talking about. We have to follow our dollars in our community and spend in our neighborhoods, and that's how we're going to rebuild our city.
I love how you said that, because I want to encourage people who are watching, especially if you're from the state of Connecticut, the city of Bridgeport, or the local surrounding areas, come down and experience what downtown has to offer. Listen, I went the other day to the Arcade Mall. I didn't even know the Arcade Mall was up and running again. I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm from Bridgeport. I went in there, I was blown away. I went in there, and to do some work with Sankofa, I believe it's called.
Sankofa Cafe.
Yeah, Sankofa Cafe.
Oh, they
the
have
owner
good food
is
there.
excellent. And listen, he got some chili,
Yeah.
homemade with halal meat, banging. You better get down there and check it out. But the thing that really stuck out to me was Metric Bar and Grill right here in downtown. I went there also over the weekend, and the owner named Pierre.
Yep.
He said, he told me, sit down, you're not leaving yet. He said, I'm about to make you the best chicken you've ever had in your life. And he made me what is called lemon pepper chicken.
Really?
Sat down, ate it. He won me. He won me over as a customer. I will be going there often, patronizing his meals.
Yes. Yeah.
So we have it here. We have it
We
here.
do. We do. We have a lot of diversity here. A lot of different kind of restaurants, and I think that's the most important thing that Bridgeport 200 is showcasing. As we've been here 200 years, it's been very inclusive of all different denominations, immigrants, all different nationalities, ethnicities, and we thrive. Those restaurants thrive because people eat there. People come from out of town to eat there. And once you've hit the mark on that market, it could be like P1 on Main Street. People come from all over to come have a P1. People come to Fruita Juice in downtown.
Fruita Juice, yeah. My buddy Chris. Shout out to Chris.
Yeah. Fruita Juice. I used to work at a school, and we at least almost every day by 8 o'clock, we'd have our Fruita Juice order coming in. So, I mean, that's what we talk about, spending. That's what I talk about, spending my money in my neighborhood. Like, I believe in sustaining your community.
One last question before we take a break, Aidee.
Sure.
So, we have all this to offer here in the city of Bridgeport. The question is, how do we get outsiders to come in? How do we get them here to participate in what we have going on?
How we get the people here is we have to promote ourselves. We have to stop saying Bridgeport sucks. We have to stop saying, like, feeding into the negative. When you feed into the negative, I think it just compounds the fear that people believe. I mean, I recently had a conversation with someone, and they're like, have you ever Googled Bridgeport? And I'm like, no, I don't really Google the city, And then it was a negative response that he gave me, and I was like, that's not right. I don't think that's cool to say, that Bridgeport is dangerous. It's not dangerous. Yes, we have crime. We are a municipality. We are an urban center. We have the same problems that other urban centers our size have. But we have a lot of great things in our city. I mean, you said it at the beginning, and we just have to build on the pluses. We have art going up. I mean, we have the Freeman Homes. We just had the unveiling of that artwork. The brewery just opened right across the way on the, within 2 days that we unveiled the art. The next day, the brewery opened. Downtown is reopening again. We had another couple of openings of businesses this week. And we have to focus on those things. We have to focus on the positives. We have to focus on what we're trying to do. And a lot of people are doing a lot of work to bring our neighborhoods back. And we have to support them. It's about supporting them and talking it up. It up. We need to talk it up, talk ourselves up. Because we have a lot to offer as a city, and we have a lot to offer our community and our residents. Absolutely.
And again, I just encourage you guys who are watching, come on down and be a part of what we have going on here, especially in downtown. Downtown is up and coming. I mean, there's a lot of great changes taking place. I love how they're taking a bunch of the buildings and they're making them into, a place of residence where people are living and moving into these buildings. And then the storefronts look so nice.
They do.
And, I'm just encouraging, you guys, if you're in the audience, come on down and be a part of what the city has to offer. I mean, we have to, sustain what we have going on here. So,
yes, we do.
I mean, come on down. But, Aidee, I'm ready to take a break. How about you?
I'm ready. I'm ready if you are.
All right, guys. So we're going to take a quick break. Again, I'm the host of the show. My name is Jason Rodriguez, and we're broadcasting from Super Elite Entertainment Studio right here in downtown Bridgeport. We'll be back momentarily, guys. Don't go anywhere. Lo fuimos. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Spark City Smoke and Vape, located at 815 Lafayette Boulevard, Bridgeport, Connecticut.
All right, you guys, and welcome back to Live with Jason Rodriguez. Again, I'm the host of the show. We're broadcasting from the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut. And I have no other than the president of the city council de Bridgeport, Connecticut, de la East Side, la señora, Aidee Nieves. Don't make me sound like the dude a Radio Cumbre Cumbrando or La Mega que te pega. But Aidee, man, we went a strong, solid 30 minutes without stopping.
Wow.
I was looking at you during that little commercial break. She was like, I was like, all right, I was about to get the AED machine.
After this, you probably will. After this, you probably will need it.
But, yeah, we've been talking about a lot of things taking place in the city of Bridgeport. We've been talking about the businesses and all those kind of things. But, something I caught a thought during the little commercial break we had. And, I just wanted to mention and to acknowledge the fact that Bridgeport does have great things that come out of the city. There's great opportunities and possibilities here. And the reason why I say that is because I look at you, I look at Josue, George, who's also here with me in the studio, all right, who works for the city of Bridgeport, alongside Rowena, right? A marketing and communications department.
Yep.
But yeah, all of us from the east side.
Yep.
Projects, we come from the hood, baby. And we here making it happen. So good things do come out of the city of Bridgeport.
You're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely right. We do have a lot of talented people, and a lot of talented people that work in our city and our municipality are from the city. I know some of our department heads don't live in our city, but a lot of the employees do take pride in what they do. I mean, we have Jose George, we have quite a few other ones that work in the city, and they take pride. And they have ideas, and they try and implement them to make sure that our city looks good. And that's important, because I think it's important when you live here and you work here, you're fully committed to it. But it's not just that, but we have residents that, have moved here during COVID, really like the city. I've got new neighbors from New York, and they like Bridgeport. They really do like Bridgeport. They're like, they didn't realize that Bridgeport had so much to offer. I mean, we have the zoo, which is up the road on Noble Avenue. We have Seaside
That zoo
Park.
is beautiful, by the way.
It is.
Beardsley Zoo is beautiful, guys.
And Seaside Park. And I told them, go down to the park. Go see the park. And it's just getting to know. And sometimes I drive around the city, and I drive down a street that I've never driven down before. I'm like, wow, this is really nice. I never knew this was here.
Uh-huh.
So it's amazing. There's a commitment that you have to have. And I know that people have tried to make changes. People have asked for changes, and everybody's voice is important. But I think right now we have funding coming through. We have an opportunity to really change our city, and I think it's going to take all of us collectively to do it. And addressing a lot of issues.
How important is it for everyone to work together? And when I mean by everyone, city council, the mayor's office, state reps, state senators who represent districts in the city of Bridgeport, like Antonio Felipe, my good friend Chris Rosario, just all of you caliber of people working jointly together to promote what it is that people want. I mean, how important is it for all of you to come together and agree on things?
Well, it is important. It's the most important part, right? Especially when this delegation, both the state senators and the state reps are in session, and we're talking about budget dollars, or we're looking for money to come down for projects like Remgrit or the airport, or even the WPCA sewer system. We need to have those conversations with our delegation. We need to make sure that we're all on the same page with the mayor, with the council, and they're understanding what our goals are and what their goals are. Because just like we have our own goals on the council, the delegation has their own goals of things that they make promises that they want to see and want to have funded. So it's really important that we lend our voice to them, and they lend our voice to us when there's an ask for the community, and collectively lend our voices to the community and fight for what they're asking for. I think we've seen a lot coming. Like FaithX started as a local entity, and now they have, build a coalition that they are a strong voice, and they came from Bridgeport, right? It was a Bridgeport organization, and they, with support. And I'm saying that as an example. We have Gen Now, which is another collective voice, which is doing positive social change and awareness. And we have to acknowledge the work that they've done in the community. Our NRZs, who are all volunteers as well.
Yep, they're doing good things in the city.
And they have great ideas, you know. So we have to acknowledge their work, and it's working with them, and them hearing from us, from the delegation. And I think, the mayor's administration is listening to everybody. I mean, we just did that survey on what do you want us to spend the money on? What would you like to see happen with the ARP money? And that's one of the things that we're going to be delving into and talking about.
And I like what you just mentioned, survey. You guys did a survey on
Yeah.
certain things that you want to do and promote in the city. How important is it for the people of the community to get involved? Meaning attending city council meetings. I'm not sure if they're allowed to because of COVID, but attending city council meetings, speaking up, making your voice heard, getting involved in all the different things that are taking place. How important is that for the community?
Well, it's really important because, one of the things that I tell people when I'm knocking on doors or I speak to someone for the first time or they call me on the phone is, have you ever come to a council meeting? Have you ever reached out before? Who did you talk to? And why do you feel sometimes they're just looking for help and sometimes they're disgruntled because they haven't received the help. And I say that you have to continue to call your elected officials, and it doesn't have to be me per se. It can be your state representative because we all talk to each other and somebody's going to listen. But if you don't call, if you don't let us know what you want or how you feel, we don't know what it is that you're looking for. And I learned that because I came from grassroots organizing. I came from that platform. Like, I want to change. I want to do this. I want to do that. And when I wasn't talking about it to the people that needed to hear it, nothing was happening. So, when I started talking to those people and those ideas happened, you start seeing some of those little changes. You may not see them today. You may not see them tomorrow. But initially, because government takes a long time, bureaucracy is bureaucracy, but it happens. And some of the things I once said I wanted to see happen did happen. Like I always said, why don't we do downtown Thursdays? And then like a few years ago, the last administration was very big on that. Because I used to go to New Haven for that. And I'm like, why can't I have that in my home? I want that in Bridgeport. And eventually it did happen. It happened. And it's grown. It's something that stays and become part of our fiber. So I think no idea is a bad idea. If you have an idea, bring it forward. Do the survey. We all have email addresses. We have telephone numbers, which is listed on there, and just say or do us. We have See Click Fix, or it's not See Click Fix anymore. It's that, but it's Bridgeport 311, and put in some information. There's somebody that monitors that platform, and it goes to the department that it's supposed to go to. And as council members, we get reports on that. I mean, I check my report quarterly. Not every week. I don't do it, but I do look at it for the issues, quality of life issues, those type of things of concerns. And sometimes people directly, an administration that's in charge of it, if it's directed towards me, they will send me that email or send it to the council person that it pertains to. So there are platforms. Your voice is not heard, but your voice can't be heard if you don't utilize it and speak up.
Absolutely.
And we have some young people that have spoken up. I mean, we saw that about a year ago with the protests on in front of the police department.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And in the parks and in McLeavy Green. And to some people, it was upsetting. I mean, they protested my house the day after Thanksgiving, but I was out. So unfortunately, I always go Black Friday shopping. That's my big shopping day, so I wasn't home.
You missed it.
I missed it. I missed it because that's my one day that my girlfriend and I, we go. We break night. We go to the outlet, so I wasn't home. That's what I did. But they've done it. I mean, it was uncomfortable. It was a little uncomfortable for me, or a little frustrating. But it's the reality of people wanting to be heard.
Yeah.
And just listening. Sometimes you just have to listen and not say anything.
Absolutely. And what I want to do really quick is I want to acknowledge some of the people that's watching.
Definitely.
Aidee, people are leaving comments on here and giving shout outs. And George Cintron, one of the best homicide detectives in the city of Bridgeport, he is saying, go Aidee. We got to give him a shout out.
George.
My buddy,
Thank you, George Cintron.
My buddy Anaz Zyman is watching. He's saying hello to you. Let's see who else. Albert Benahen Carajales is watching. He's saying hello, Jason and Aidee Nieves. God bless you both. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, my brother Giovanni Alvarez, who's my co-host on the show every other Tuesdays. He's here with me.
Oh, okay.
He's also sending his greetings, and he's saying that from Bridgeport al mundo, orgullo He's proud to be a resident in the city of Bridgeport. That's what he is saying.
Gracias, gracias.
Yeah.
Yo también.
Cassandra Rosario is saying, yes, mama.
Oh, that's my daughter. That's my daughter.
That's your daughter?
That's my daughter.
Ah,
Yes.
shoot. Thank you
It's,
for watching, Cassandra.
It's a.m. in Japan right now, so she's probably eating breakfast. So,
Oh,
hey,
she's in
Jade.
Japan?
My daughter's in Japan. Yeah,
She's watching in Japan right now.
yeah, she is.
Wow, so we way out in Japan.
That's
okay. Vivian Ashley is saying, become a destination of the BPT Passport. The goal of BPT 200 Passport Savings Program is to promote small businesses and restaurants during the 2021 Bridgeport 200 celebration. That's, I guess that looks like it was cut and paste from the website, but she's on here promoting BPT 200, and that's what we're doing as well. Jim Mezzo is saying we are working together and things are going to get big.
Yep. Yeah, they are, Jimmy.
Yeah. And then Mia Carbone.
Oh, yes, Mia. I used to work for the Carbone family at Modern Plastics when it was located on Howard Avenue
Okay.
for many years. Yes.
She's giving you a shout out.
Now it's Plastic Factory in the corner of Howard and State Street.
Ah, okay. And then we have Mikael Martinez. You know, he's
Yes.
like one of the hottest chefs, Boricua chefs here in the
yes.
city. And he has his restaurant that's going to be coming up soon. But he says you have a new restaurant opening soon in Bridgeport. There you go.
That's right, he
Banderas
is.
Latin Fusion. Giving the community another amazing establishment to visit and enjoy.
That's right. His seafood salad is to die for.
Uh-huh.
The seafood salad to die for. He makes amazing food. And he's also East Side Talent. The
That's
06608. I have to shout out our neighborhood.
Gotta
That's
give
it.
him a shout out.
You
Gotta give him
got
a
it
shout
going
out.
on in the East Side. You see that?
And then Cassandra Rosario was saying, your granddaughter is smiling at you through the phone. We are so proud of you, Aidee.
No, that's so sweet. My grandbaby.
Y vamos a ver qué más. Let's see who else leaving comments on here. Jacqueline James is saying, yes, Aidee. Sapo Hernandez is saying, that's my
Yes.
fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know him?
That's my cousin-in-law.
Really?
He
I
is
grew
my
up with
family.
him. We grew up since
Yeah.
we were little babies.
Wow.
Yeah. Froggy.
Yeah, Froggy.
Froggy. Anita Martinez is saying, Jason, I love your energy. You are so real. Thank you for that. And I love
Yep.
Aidee's energy as well.
We're a dynamic duo on here. I don't know. Watch out, Giovanni. I might take over.
Hey, watch it. And then let's see who else. We got a couple other comments. I'm trying to acknowledge as many people as possible. Marlene Correa saying, hola, ¿cómo puedo anunciarme en tu programa? Oh, she wants to come on the show.
Yeah,
Tell her
Marlene
in
Correa.
Spanish. Tell her in Spanish. Go on my website, Super Elite Entertainment.
Si tú coges y le mandas tu información por su website, Super Elite Entertainment, él puede hablar con usted para ponerlo en el website de él. También, I just want you to know that Marlene Correa has a business right there on East Main Street. She has a beauty training school that's right there on East Main Street, right above the post office. She does really great work with young
Awesome.
ladies who want to learn how to do nails and do makeup. So she's another East Side talent.
Awesome. So basically, Josue, she need to go on to BPT 200 and
Exactly.
register her business. I
Yes,
mean,
she does.
we're trying to focus in on restaurants and
Business.
and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, if you're a business owner, I just encourage you to go on there and register. Point blank.
And the most important thing about BPT 200 and registering your business is the passport program. And it's about what Vivian said. Register your business, register your organization. You're going to get these little cards. And I'm going to say I don't know how the whole program is going to work because I've heard it in the meeting quite a few times. But it's important so people can go around and they get their card stamped, or they can do it virtually and register yourself so people can know who you are. It's a great opportunity. It's free.
It's free.
It's free. It's free advertisement.
Free.
Let people know that you're here in Bridgeport. Get yourself known. Get your food out there. And let's support each other. Let's
That's
support
right.
each other.
That's right. And man, we are starting to wind down.
Are we really?
Yeah, we're starting to wind down. You know what I was going to ask you, though, because as we've been talking about restaurants and food, I'm wondering, what happened to the Cabana? You know? The Cabana truck?
You know where he is? He moved from North. I mean, he's across the street from Pantanal and Valley Farm on the corner of Bishop and Boston Avenue.
There we go.
Because I go there at least once a week for my bacalaíto and acapurria.
I like going there to get my chicken pincho.
Your chicken pizza?
With lathered up, layered with barbecue. You know what I mean? So
I know what you mean.
I was just wondering, where did he go? But now we know.
Yes.
So
yes.
I'll make sure that I'll visit you.
He is there. He is there, and it's a little tight spot, but he's there and he's doing great. I mean, I've asked him to do some orders for me for events. So, I mean, his food is still amazing.
Yep.
He still has the smoker out there.
Nice.
He has a little table. I mean, it's a great opportunity to go and still support him wherever he is because he's a great businessman and great in the community.
Absolutely. And I love the fact that he's a man of faith as well.
Yes.
That's another story.
Yeah.
But yeah, Aidee, I mean, we come to the point where we're going to take another break.
Okay.
And when I come back, we're going to do one or two more things. I'm going to hit you off with what I call the shotgun questions, all right?
All right.
All right, guys.
All
So, no se muevan. Don't go anywhere. Again, I'm the host of this show. My name is Jason Rodriguez. We're broadcasting from the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut. And if you want to be featured on our show, if you're someone, like Aidee, someone that's making a difference in our community, go onto our website, www.supereliteentertainment.com. Send me your information. Hit me up on direct messenger. Hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. We even on TikTok now. So hit me up on all the different platforms that are out there. And I guarantee you, I will reach out to you and get you here into our studio. We're going to take a quick break, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back momentarily.
Hi, welcome to Aces Bail Bonds.
Do you need information regarding bail bonds and the bail bond process? Contact us at Aces Bail Bonds, where we are happy to give you a free bail consultation. You are in capable hands with our reputable agency. For fast, reliable bail bond service, get out of jail fast with Aces Bail Bonds. You can save time and money by calling ahead. We'll have the forms ready for you, with everything handled privately, discreetly, and confidentially at our office. For fast, reliable bail bond service, call Aces Bail Bonds now.
Welcome to Ramirez Restaurant.
Again. All right, you guys, and welcome back to Live with Jason Rodriguez. We're broadcasting from the Super Elite Entertainment Studio in downtown Bridgeport. Aidee, I got a question for you, Mr. Benjamin. How you say? What's the proper pronunciation of his name? Because I always call him Benjamin. Benehang?
Benehang, yes.
Benehang. Okay.
Benehang.
Grajales. Alberto. Why your parents gave you such a complicated name, Benehang? But he has a question right here for you, Aidee. He's saying, Jason Rodriguez, question for Miss Aidee Nieves. If she is elected again, what are her plans for the East Side community? What is the new plan for the East Side, and what are the benefits for the East? What are your plans for the East Side community? Basically, that's the question.
Well, my partner and I, Maria Valle, we are running for re-election, and if we are elected again, it's just to continue the things that we have been working on. We've been working on beautification projects. We've been working on coming together to talk to the city about the East Main Street corridor, the business corridor. If you've driven by Barnum Avenue, Arctic Street, Helen Street, you see that with the support of our state representative, Chris Rosario, it's remediating that whole Remgrit part of that area, which was slated years ago to be a train station, which didn't happen because we didn't get the funding for it. But it's continuing that to have the remediation happen and build that up so it can be a commercial property. Maybe we can put businesses there or something else there. And then ensuring that East Main Street from Boston Avenue to the water is an inclusive part of the Steel Point development. That's the most important thing to me and Maria, is to ensure that our neighborhood is not cut off by the highway, and we ensure to build prosperity and cleaning up the East Side, because we all know that we have blight issues, we have inadequacies with housing, and ensuring that those properties are kept up, and making sure that our park, Washington Park and Knowlton Park, are taken care of. I think the one thing that I want to say is just this about a month ago, the Parks Department planted 12 rose bushes in the rose garden that we have there. We planted 10 cherry blossom trees as they take down trees. Maria and I have asked that we turn Washington Park into what happens in Washington D.C., the Cherry Blossom Festival, which will beautify our park again. And one of the things that I'm going to name it, somebody came and stole 2 trees and 6 of the bushes. So we want to continue to ensure that as we beautify, our community respects it. And we continue to beautify our neighborhood for the residents, because people deserve a good place to live, a nice, clean place to live, a nice park for their children to enjoy, for our residents to enjoy. That is what we're going to work on. But most importantly is ensuring that the businesses in our business district in the east side is prosperous, and then the outer layers of that. I mean, we have Knowlton Street Art Studio.
Yeah.
We have El Fogón Restaurant, which is happening. And the most important thing is, it's been a long time coming, is getting that Congress Street Bridge back up and running.
Oh, man.
I mean, we've had studies. People don't realize how long it's been. And I just want to name the disclaimer on that. It's taken so long because the Army Corps of Engineers had to come and say that the waterway is not, passable for business at this time. So we had to wait till all the businesses agreed that they were not going to do water business. So until that happened, the Army Corps of Engineers could not say we could rebuild the bridge.
Wow.
So,
How long has the bridge been shut down already? It's been
20-something years. 20-something years. But it's happening. I mean, we have the money. Our former state representative, may he rest in peace, Ezekiel Santiago, was very integral in making sure we had money from the state on that. Antonio is still continuing that fight. Congressman Jim Himes is still continuing that fight, and we're still on it, because that's going to be an integral part of ensuring our mobility across the bridges. And that's what we want to do in the east side. We just want to continue to represent, do the work that we've been doing, ensure the same neighborhood is quality, it has the same quality of neighborhood throughout the city. Everybody deserves a neighborhood that they can walk around in, feel safe in, and look at it and it'd be beautified and be prideful from where they live. Because I have a lot of east side pride, and I was born and raised on East Main Street, and I remember my grandfather took care of East Main Street. I think you remember that too. Everybody, when they had a business, took care of their business in the front, and you support them. And we need to bring that back, and it's ingrained in some of us. We just have to make sure that everybody else is doing it. We have to leave it how we found it. If it's beautiful, let's keep it beautiful, and that's what I envision if I'm reelected. And then for the whole city, I just want to make sure every neighborhood is equitably funded, equitably cleaned up. We have equitable housing for everybody, and our education system, and partner with the BOE.
Absolutely.
And making sure we change we shift that paradigm a little bit.
Absolutely. And you know what? If I should say, you answered this question fervently, effectively, and amazingly. You did.
Oh, because I believe it is. It's what I want to see. It's what I want to see.
You did an outstanding job. And usually my last question for you is, I always provide the guests an opportunity to share their final words. We don't need to do that. You just did it. So you're on top of your game. You're on top of your game, and
Thank you.
And I just thank you for everything that you do. What we're gonna do now? Shotgun questions.
Huh?
Shotgun questions.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, shotgun questions. So what I want to do really quick before we jump into the shotgun questions, I just want to show just take a quick little break. I want to show the City of Bridgeport video that I have. I tend to show every now and then so people can see the beauty of Seaside Park. And then when we come back, we're gonna hit you off. Okay?
All right.
All right. So here we go, guys. Here we go. No se muevan.
Let's go.
Come back. And you guys, welcome back to Live with Jason Rodriguez. Y with the presidenta. Is that how you say? Presidenta.
Yep.
Herself. La señora Aidee Nieves.
Thank you.
Oh, let's turn up real quick. Let's start the whole. You ready? It's going to drop. Hey, Dolly, you know how to rap?
No, I don't know how to rap.
You know how to sing?
Nope.
Hey. Okay.
No.
All right.
Yo no canto.
All right, Aidee. So, really quick, I just want to acknowledge someone that named Floresca Carter. Yes. She is saying, "Good job, Aidee. You always spoke so affectionately of your grandparents."
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. They're a very big part of my life. My grandparents.
And Benehang is saying, "Thanks, because don't make sense that the machine pass like is playing hide and seek. Go around and around." Pedro Soto is saying, "Over next mayor of the city of Bridgeport." So sounds like Mr. Pedro is calling you the next mayor of the city of Bridgeport. What do you think about that?
Well, it can be a vision, it can be a thought. I mean, I've thought about it, I've talked to people about it, but I have a few things to finish off as council president, and I haven't really thought about my succession plan in the next few years. So I'm in a different space, but it's there in the back of my head, and I think with a lot of other people, it's always in the back of their head. Is that my next step, or should I go up to the state? So that's a thought that I have to contemplate.
Would be awesome to see you right
Considering, whatever Chris does determines what I'm going to be doing next.
I respect that.
So that has always been our pact with each other. So when we talk this out and we decide what we're going to do and support each other, because I support him, he supports me 100%. So it's like, when I talk to my brother, I'll know what I'm doing.
And you know what?
Next.
I want to give a big shout out to Chris, because that is one genuine brother who,
listen,
he is. Chris, love him to death. He is a good dude. And when he says something, he follows through. Man of his word.
Yes, he is.
That's the type of person Chris Rosario is. So big shout out to you, Chris.
And he's from the east side too. Just
Yo,
so you know.
Straight up. Yeah, Boricua.
06608.
That's right. We all from 06608. And Josue, don't be trying to sit over there like you don't know what's going on, because you too are from 06608.
Yep. That's right.
East Main Street. La Familia Castillo. All right. Even though your last name is George, which is Dominican. Castillo. But Aidee, you ready for the shotgun questions?
Let's go.
Here we go. Simple questions I ask each and every guest. Sometimes they can be a little hard to respond to. First one, what's your favorite song?
My favorite song is I Will Survive.
I Will Survive.
Yes.
You know how to sing it?
Not really, no. I'm not a karaoke person. Sorry about that.
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I have to say The Notebook.
I like that movie. That's a good movie. It'll make you cry.
Yeah.
Favorite food?
Favorite food is Thai food.
Okay.
Thai food, because my aunt is Thai and she taught me how to cook Thai, so that's one of my favorite foods. Yes.
What's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport is, I have to say, baseball. I do like baseball.
What team?
Mets.
Oh!
The amazing Mets.
Let me get the mic. You gotta go.
The Mets is the working man's team. That's why it's a working man's team. They keep going. They're always at it.
That's true.
They come up to bat. They're always at it. They never give up. Persistence and perseverance. My favorite car is my new car right now, my Nissan Rogue. I love it.
Okay. I mean, you're definitely good for the winter.
Yep.
What's the favorite thing you like to read?
My favorite thing I like to read is self-help books.
Okay.
Self-help books that help me think about things and stuff like that.
You don't like to read the Vocero anymore and see all the splattered stuff on the...
I Vocero back in the day,
Back in the day, you remember that?
That's how I learned how to read Spanish, by reading
Really?
in Vocero, because I didn't know how to read Spanish, so I self-taught myself. But I read the Connecticut Post.
Yeah.
Every once in a while I read the blog.
I read it every day online.
Yeah,
and
I do too.
Yeah, I'm a subscriber.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Online subscriber. I do read the Connecticut Post.
Yeah.
Even though, Brian Lockhart doesn't always write the way I want him to say my words, but no pun intended, Brian. I love you.
I know him too. What's the favorite thing you like to do?
I like to cook for my family. I like to cook and plan events and be with my family. I really enjoy my family.
Excellent. Let's see. Favorite thing you like to do. What's your favorite word you like to use? One word you like to use.
I can't really say it on TV.
No, you can say it on here because, we are not under any obligations. We're not going to get fined or anything like that.
Well, I don't really want to say it because usually my council people tell me, I got to calm down sometimes. So I tend to swear. I like to drop the F-bomb quite frequently. Yeah, my favorite one is like WTF, all the time. Every once in a while. Not as much as before, but I'm learning to
That's me in traffic.
use other words. That happens when I wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. My phone is buzzing. I'm like, what the?
What noise or sound you like to hear the most?
I like to hear the sound of the ocean. It calms me. I like to walk in Seaside Park early in the morning when there's nobody there. I do like that. It's very calming.
And Seaside Park is such a beautiful gem we have here in the city of Bridgeport. And a lot of people take it for granted.
Yes.
That thing is beautiful.
It is. It's very beautiful. Like.
What's the favorite place you like to visit?
What's
your favorite place you like to visit?
That I like to visit?
Yeah.
I like going to New York City with my partner. We go on little adventures there, so that is one of my favorite places to visit.
Love
and
it.
Washington D.C. too, but.
Oh yeah. Washington is
Love
beautiful.
Washington.
Other than your current profession, if Aidee Nieves was able to do it all over again, what would you do?
I would have finished college and gone to law school.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. And you would have been what kind of attorney? Real estate, divorce, or criminal?
No, I think I would have been more of a
political attorney.
Political attorney, social service. Because I've always been interested in politics and law, and my road got diverted, so I'm still making changes and fighting for people. Being an elected official, so I'm helping make the laws now and not fighting with the law. So
absolutely. Final question: if heaven really exists, when the president of the city council, Aidee Nieves, arrives at the pearly gates, what do you want to hear God the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit say to you when you get there?
I would like the Lord to say, "You did a good job." That's pretty much it. I'd like Him to thank me for the work that I did for the people. Thank you for fighting for the people.
Absolutely, and I love that. Well said. You conquered the shotgun questions. I think you did an outstanding job.
You.
Some people get stuck and they have to think, but you were shooting from the hip. I mean, you crushed it.
Thank you.
But Aidee, that is it. The show is done.
Well, can I just give a shout out to my family?
Yeah, give a shout out. Say whatever you want to say. That is your final opportunity.
All
Go
right.
for it.
I want to give a shout out to my mom and my sisters and my children who support me 120%, my aunts and my uncles. And I just want to say that I represent my grandfather and my grandmother as I sit here. And ladies and young ladies, please, if you have a dream, sometimes your dream is diverted, but never give up on yourself and always be your genuine self and authentic. And that's what I was taught, and that's what I believe in. And always make it better for everybody else because it'll be better for you as well. Thank you and God bless.
Excellent. Well said. Aidee, I think you did an outstanding job. You are what I call a woman of influence, a woman of empowerment, a woman that's on the move and making a difference in lives and also in communities. And I appreciate the opportunity to be able to have you here in our studio, sitting on what I call the hot seat. I think you did.
It is pretty hot too.
It is. I think you did an outstanding job, and you're welcome to come back here anytime you like.
Thank you.
Have something coming up, some events, some news, anything that you want to communicate to the general public, you can always hit me up, and I'll make sure I'll take care of that for you.
Yep.
But going forward, it is home for you.
Thank you. Very much. I just want to remind everybody we have vaccination clinics going on at Seaside Park every day, Monday through Friday, 11 to 7. Por favor, vengan y vacúnense si necesita una vacuna. Y si tienes un negocio, por favor, regístrese en el PPT 200, su negocio y su restaurante, ¿verdad?
How did you just say that? PPT. 200.
Yep, that's it. PPT 200. Always got to plug it. We got to plug it every minute we get.
That's a tongue twister, man. PPT. PPT. It sounds like a beat about to take off, right? PPT. PPT. PPT.
There you go.
200.com. BPT 200, guys. BPT200.com. Register. It's free.
It's free, and be part of the party. We're going to be partying all year, celebrating the city of Bridgeport, and it's great things happening.
200 years.
200, the deuces.
Boom. All right, Aidee. Well, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Nos fuimos, right? All
Nos
right,
fuimos.
so I
Vámonos.
just want to, say thank you to each and every one of you, the viewing audience. Thank you for tuning in, for sticking it out for the duration of the show. I see the numbers were up. A lot of comments were left. Thank you for each and every comment, each and every like, and all the hearts and the shares. And, thank you guys so much for your support. If it's not for you supporting us, all of us in this room will not be able to do what we do on a daily basis. So thank you so much for your love, for your support, and for your kindness. We'll be back next week, Tuesday night at 8 p.m. for another amazing show, another amazing exclusive interview. If you want to know who's going to be here next Tuesday night, just go on to Super Elite Entertainment, Facebook, Instagram, website, wherever, and you'll be able to see who's going to be our next guest. Until then, Aidee, listen, we about to turn up. We're about to turn up, and here we go. We're about to go out with a bang. You ready? Here we go. No, we gotta dance. You gotta do this with me. Here we go. Watch, right here. Here we go. Hey, 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 hey. Evolution. Hey. Hey guys, we'll see you next week, 8 p.m. Tuesday night, right here, live from Super Elite Entertainment Studio. Thank you. God bless. Y lo fuimos para la casa a dormir. Take care, guys. Hey.